Janaranjana Yasunanandana Raja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Asutura Sutashi Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Asutura Sutashi Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Kori Vaishnavan Ki Jai Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sako Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhaktavan Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadi Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Yamuna Mai Ki Jai Tulas Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Samaveta Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Nitai Gora Premanandi Hari 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 Bol All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga All glories to Srila Prabhupada
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vishnupadaya Bhutare Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhanavane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Mracharina Nirvishesha Shrunamari Bhacharya.
Hare Krishna everybody. Welcome back. Please type Hare Krishna right now. Don't hesitate. Don't delay Masucha. Don't be afraid. Immediately you must write Hare Krishna. Alexandra, yes, I remember you. Welcome back. Neil Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Andrew, Hare Krishna. Shamdai, thank you for tagging. Those who are not tagging, please tag now. All your friends, all your good friends. Don't invite the rascal nonsense friends. No need. No need to waste time. Tyler, Hare Krishna. Anybody else? I see Srivas Prabhu, Misha Williams, Manish, Shamdai, yes. Makan Chora, Haribol Chora. Thief. He's a thief. Big thief. He stole my heart, Makancho Prabhu. Mark Kunse, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Mark, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to be with you, all nice devotees, in your kind association. By your association, I have the opportunity to advance in Krishna consciousness. So, we continue our study of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Those of you who come regularly, you become great scholars, Bhagavatam scholars, PhD, Bhagavatam PhD. We finished on the third canto, 13th chapter text 43, and Hare Krishna to Bronwyn. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Kashradat Ditanyattamastava Prabho.
Ashradadhitanya tamastava Prabhu.
Rasam Gataya Bhuva Advibarhanam.
Rasam gataya bhuva udvibarhanam.
Navishmayo Sautvai Vishva Vismaye.
Navismayo sautvai vishwa vismaye.
Yo Maya Yedam Srjeti Vismayam.
Yo maya yedam sasrijeti vismayam. Kashradadhitanya tamastava Prabhu.
Kashradadhitanayatamashtava Prabhu.
Rasam gataya bhuva udvibharhanam.
Rasam Gataya Bhuva Udvibarhanam.
Navismayo sautvai vishva vismaye.
Navismayo Sautvai Vishva Vismaye.
Yo maya yedam sasrijeti vismayam.
Yo Mayedam Sasarjeti Vismayam. Ka. Who else?
Who else?
Shradadita
Shradadita.
can endeavor.
Can never.
Anyatamaha.
Anyatamaha.
Anyone besides yourself.
Anyone besides yourself.
Tava.
Tava.
Your. Prabhu.
Prabhu.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Rasam.
Rasam.
In the water.
In the water.
Gataya.
Gataya.
While lying in.
While lying in.
Bhuvaha.
Bhuvaha.
Of the earth.
Of the earth.
Udvibarhanam.
Udvibarhanam.
Deliverance.
Deliverance.
Na. Never.
Never.
Vismayaha.
Vismayaha.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Asau.
Asau.
Such an act.
Such an act.
Tvai.
Tvai.
Unto you.
Unto you.
Vishva.
Vishwa.
Universal.
Universal.
Vismaye.
Vismaye.
Full of wonders.
Full of wonders.
Yaha.
Yaha.
One who.
One who.
Maya.
Maya.
By potencies.
By potencies.
Idam.
Idam.
This.
This.
Sasaraje.
Tasrije.
Created.
Created.
Ati Vismayam.
Ati Vismayam.
Surpassing all wonders.
Surpassing all wonders.
Translation. Who else but you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, could deliver the earth from within the water? Oh, we read this yesterday. I'm sorry. Sorry, I made a mistake. It's text 45. Savaibata brashta matita vaishati.
Savaibata brashta matista vaishati.
Ya karmanam param apara karmanaha.
Ya karmanam param apara karmanaha.
Yad yogamaya gunayoga mohitam.
Yad yogamaya gunayoga mohitam.
Vishvam samastam bhagavan videhi sham.
Vishvam samastam bhagavan vidihisham.
Translation, O Lord, there is no limit to your wonderful activities. Anyone who desires to know the limit of your activities is certainly nonsensical. Everyone in this world is conditioned by the powerful mystic potencies. Please bestow your causeless mercy upon these conditioned souls. Purported by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Mental speculators who want to understand the limit of the unlimited are certainly nonsensical. Every one of them is captivated by the external potencies of the Lord. The best thing for them is to surrender unto Him, knowing Him to be inconceivable, for thus they can receive His causeless mercy. This prayer was offered by the inhabitants of the higher planetary systems, namely the Janatapas and Satyalokas, who are far more intelligent and powerful than humans. Vishvam Samastam is very significant here. There are the material world and the spiritual world. The sages pray, both worlds are bewildered by your different energies. Those who are in the spiritual world are absorbed in your loving service, forgetting themselves and you also. And those in the material world are absorbed in material sense gratification and therefore also forget you. No one can know you because you are unlimited. It is best not to try to know you by unnecessary mental speculation. Rather kindly bless us so that we can worship you with causeless devotional service. Nam Gyan Terinandasya Gyanajana Shalakiyam Chakshunanminitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of transcendental knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
So, the sages are again praising the incarnation of Krishna, Lord Varaha, with very expert prayers. When we pray to Krishna, we should pray expertly, because even a prayer can be contaminated. Krishna consciousness is a science. It is not a blind sentiment. We should not think that, oh, I just feel it, and because I have a nice feeling, that is very pleasing to Krishna. It might be very pleasing to you, but it might not be pleasing to Krishna. Arjuna did not want to fight. He was feeling very nice, thinking that he is very compassionate and very respectful to the family tradition, because he did not want to fight against his family members who were on the other side of the battlefield, ready to fight him. So it was very pleasing to him. He thought that I'm going to serve in this way, in my own concocted way. But Krishna called him Anarya. He said, where from these impurities come upon you? This is a disgrace. Krishna severely chastised him for this sentimental attitude. So we must serve Krishna, and we must pray to Krishna and glorify Krishna. This Sankirtan movement. It is the glorification movement. We're glorifying Krishna, we're glorifying His devotees. This is what is taking place in the Sankirtan movement. So we should glorify it according to the instructions in the Shastra, regulated by our spiritual master. Not whimsically. You cannot glorify whimsically, that can turn into blasphemy. Just like if someone says, Krishna was a very nice man. This is actually blasphemy, because Krishna is not an ordinary man. Avajananti mamudam manasim tanu mashritam param bhavam ajanantum mamabhuta maheshwaram. Krishna calls such people who think of Him as manusim, as ordinary men, He calls them very openly rascals. You're a rascal. Avajananti mamudam. They do not know about my Param Bhavam Ajananta. Ajananta means unborn. Param Bhavam, my supreme nature. Param Bhavam Ajananta Mama Bhuta Maheshwaram. By this inconceivable power that Krishna has, Param Bhavam, inconceivable to our mundane ideas, transcendental. He is controlling all the universes, not just this universe, but all the universes. They are being controlled by the inconceivable potency of Krishna. In the 10th chapter, Krishna names of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna names different vibhutis. He gives a different material phenomenon by which we can meditate on Krishna, even in this material world. Just like he says, I am the taste in water. I am the strength of the strong. Like this. He's trying to help us so we can become Krishna conscious even while we are residing in this conditioned material world. So at the end, Krishna concludes, he said, with the single fragment of my potencies, I pervade all the universes. With a single fragment. That is just a fragment of Krishna's energy. Not this universe only. All the universes. There are unlimited, innumerable universes. This material world is so vast. We get the information from the Shastra, we don't speculate, we take it from the Shastra, we accept it. There are unlimited universes. They're all emanating from the gigantic body of Mahavishnu. And in every universe, there's the sun, there's the moon, the lower planetary systems, higher planetary systems. Just like here, these sages, they were not human beings. They were highly elevated demigods from Jana planet, Tapa planet, Satyaloka. Very elevated. So in every universe, there is the same setup, maybe bigger or smaller, but in substance, the same setup is there. And in every universe, Krishna descends and he gives mercy to his devotees and he explains the Bhagavad Gita, every single universe. So if you take all of these universes together, it is simply insignificant fragment of Krishna's overall potency. The material world is just like a little tiny cloud. It has no significance. We take it very, very serious. Oh, my bank account, my country, my family, my body. We think this is the all in all. And ultimately we conclude my mind is the most important. And because my mind is so powerful, I will try to conceive God with my limited mind. This is our folly. You cannot understand like this. You must accept by hearing, not by thinking. Thinking is limited. But hearing brings you in touch with the unlimited. Just like I don't know what is going on in the kitchen right now. Because I cannot see, I can only speculate, think. But if Nityananda goes there, he sees, yes, chapatis are being rolled for Krishna, very nice. And he tells me, I can know. Although I'm limited, my senses are limited, but Nityananda Prabhu makes the limited surpassable by his vibration, by his instruction, by his description. So this is how we understand God. It is not that, oh, he is inconceivable, he is so great, God is so great that we give up the pursuit of God. No. No. But we must take up the correct method. Avarohapanta. There's Arohapanta, the ascending process. research, guesswork, thinking. These empiric philosophers, Mayavadis, impersonalists, they're very fond of this method, ascending. They don't want to follow any authority. Because their ultimate conclusion, their ultimate Siddhanta is Advaita, non-dual. There should not be any duality. If you go to the spiritual world, there should not be any difference between you and Krishna. They want to merge everything together. Just like you take ingredients, now you're cooking. Now you put all, whatever you have, all the spices, all the sugar, everything, you mix together. It's going to be one big nonsensical mud. So these Mayavadis, you can call them also Madhavadis, because they make everything muddy. With their muddy interpretations and explanations, they make the self-effulgent path of Bhakti Yoga very, very difficult to follow. They poke their nose into transcendental realm, into transcendental concepts with their material ideas. This is a material idea, that through my material mind, conditioned mind, limited mind, I will now conceive of the unlimited Krishna. No, you cannot do that. So, accept the process. Submissive oral reception. Submissive oral reception. This is the way. Actually, the process itself is inconceivable. Just simply by hearing, one can be elevated to the topmost perfection of spiritual understanding. Simply by hearing. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy and laziness in spiritual matters, the process of hearing is very, very appropriate. People have no time to study deep philosophy or argue. Even we have met so many people in the streets, and they come to the temple, or sometimes they come on TikTok. They have no valid arguments. They're just barking like dogs. There is no sophistication. They cannot even build up a proper argument. What to speak of defeating this Krishna conscious philosophy? They can't even build up an argument, solid argument. So in this age, because people are so less intelligent, they cannot even speculate philosophically. This process of hearing is very, very much recommended. And this was also recommended by Ramananda Raya in conversation with Lord Chaitanya, because Lord Chaitanya asked him what is the highest principle of religiosity. So when Ramananda Raya said it is to stay in one's place, sit down and give up the speculative method. It is under condition that you give up the speculation. I am God, you are God, everyone is God. Give up this nonsense endeavor to grasp transcendence through material means. And if you give your oral submissive reception to the messages distributed or vibrated by pure devotee, then Krishna, who is ordinarily unconquerable or inconceivable, becomes conquered. By your sincere desire to hear, he becomes conquered. It is so powerful. What to speak of realizing yourself and achieving perfection, achieving liberation from birth, death, old age, and disease. You can even attract Krishna. Not to attract, but to defeat Krishna. You can defeat God. Yes, this is transcendental defeat for God. When you submissively hear, he becomes so pleased that he comes under your control. So this is higher than the impersonalists. The impersonalists, they want to merge with God. But the devotee is so powerful that he can control God. He can control God. So, of course, a devotee, that is not his desire to control God, like a materialist. Materialist is praying, contaminated prayer. Please give me this, give me that, give me this and that. Even this desire for liberation, that is also material. Our Lord Chaitanya prays, Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundarim, Kavitam, Vajagadish, Kamaye, Mama Janmani, Janmani Share, Bhavatad Bhakti Rai Tukidvai. I don't want any Instagram followers. Nadhanam, Najanam. I don't want any wealth. Na Sundarim. I don't want any beautiful women. Beautiful women, they're the greatest distraction from spiritual realization, unless they become devotees. That's a different story altogether. So Lord Chaitanya says, I don't want these. I don't need this. Beautiful women. So then the question may be raised, what do you want? Then what do you want? You don't want anything, but what do you want? So then Lord Chaitanya says, Mama Janmani, Janmani Ishware, Bhavatad Bhakti Rai Tukidvai. I simply want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth, Janmani, Janmani Ishware. So that is a hint that he does not even want liberation. That is the standard of pure devotion. No desire for me, all desires for Krishna. I want to serve Krishna and I don't want anything for myself. That is real love. So, a pure devotee does not have any such desire for material gratification or subtle growth. No. He simply wants to serve Krishna. And that is why we should hear from such a purified devotee. When we hear from such a pure devotee, our Srila Prabhupada belongs to that category of devotees situated on the highest platform of devotional service. Whatever inebrieties, whatever doubts, misconceptions we have, they will be purified simply by hearing from him. So always make sure that Maya does not distract you from hearing. Of course, we emphasize chanting. Chanting is very important. Chant Hare Krishna. Chanting is easier. But unless we hear properly from the spiritual master, even that chanting will not be so effective. The chanting is always effective, but when a pure devotee chants, then it becomes more potent. Hare Krishna, Tony. More potent. Now you can chant Hare Krishna at home, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But when you hear from a pure devotee how to chant, then it becomes more powerful. We want more powerful. We should not be satisfied. Oh, I'm doing my ritual chanting, ritualistic chanting. Just like a hobby. I do a little hobby. No. I should chant with surrender. There is a statement like that. In the second canto, it is stated that the person, materialistic person, he cannot chant with devotion. Only a person who is poverty-stricken, someone who is in distress, someone who understands that this material world is full of misery and there is nothing to achieve here. Someone who is convinced about this, he can chant Hare Krishna purely. Why? Because he understands that this holy name is the only thing that can help us in this material world. So he is taking up the process of Sankirtan wholeheartedly. Prabhupada uses the word wholeheartedly. Means with your whole heart, not partially. You put a little place for Krishna in your heart, but then the rest, you put nice Maya there. Also, Maya also deserves yin-yang. Don't be into yin-yang philosophy. There should be no Maya. Just like when a girl, she's married to her husband. And if she thinks, well, I'm always with the husband, let me also find some boyfriend and be with him and have sex with him. Is that very nice? Is that yin-yang? This is not yin-yang. Yin yang is when we serve Krishna without any motivation, purely, constantly, unconditionally. And Krishna gives us his mercy. That is yin yang. Then the yin yang is there. Yin yang means a balance. So unless you come to Krishna and serve without hesitation, without any motivation, savai pumsha parodharmo, you will always remain on this mental platform, manoratena, mental chariot. The mind is compared to a chariot without any driver. It just goes wherever he wants. It is the greatest enemy if it's not controlled. So this process of hearing is so wonderful and recommended. We should take it up very seriously. And then when we hear, then we can glorify Krishna with selected prayers, Uttama Shloka. Krishna is also called Uttama Shloka because he's praised by the most refined shlokas, most refined prayers. So that's what these sages were doing, praising Krishna. Although he is inconceivable, although he is unlimited, we can still praise him, we can still glorify him. And by that glorification, because that is service, devotional service, bhakti mama vijanati, we will actually understand who Krishna is. So this is very simple philosophy actually. Surrender to Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, preach Krishna consciousness, spread this movement, expand this movement, and Krishna will bestow his mercy upon you. He already bestowed his mercy, otherwise why would you come here and hear the Srimad Bhagavatam? The mercy is already there. Now you expand it, accumulate it, increase it. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Rebecca says, hearing Srila Prabhupada's lectures is so much easier for me than chanting. That's okay, but Prabhupada explains in the shlokas that we should also chant. So if we do not chant properly, then that hearing is also not good. If Prabhupada says, you do this, and you don't do it, you just say, oh, I love the voice of Prabhupada, very nice. And you're sitting without any movement. That is also not hearing. That is not good hearing. Mark, is there any sinful act or offense that cannot be counteracted by chanting Hare Krishna? Okay, that itself is an offense. To think that you can counteract sinful acts by chanting Hare Krishna. Gotcha. Gotcha. That is an offense. You cannot use the holy name to counteract sinful activities. That is using the holy name in a material way, for material purposes. So the chanting, yes, the chanting can purify more simple activities that we're capable of committing. That is there, but we should not take advantage. That now I will do simple activities in the morning, chanting in the evening. Oh, life is wonderful. What a nice arrangement. I sin, then I purify my sins by chanting. Oh, wonderful. Now, even if you engage in simple activities, you should always, always, always endeavor to give up these sinful activities. It is not okay. You cannot understand Krishna because these simple activities are just like clouds. They cover your consciousness of Krishna. Krishna consciousness. We want to attain Krishna consciousness. So if the Krishna consciousness is covered by clouds of simple activity, then you cannot be Krishna conscious. So we must very strenuously endeavor to give up sinful activities. We should be angry. Why am I being controlled by this sinful activity? What is this? I have my service with Krishna and his Maya is dragging me away. What is this? No more. No more of this nonsense. You must be tough like that. Not that even the chanting that we have, even that I use for my formula of happiness, so-called. The chanting is meant to help you. If you engage in simple activities, you cannot give up, because that's also possible. One cannot give up simple activities. Very, very difficult sometimes. So take up this chanting, but don't use the holy name to purify sinful activities. It might seem confusing, but actually it's very simple. It's a question of your mentality. You must have sincere mentality. Even, okay, I am very simple, yes, but Hare Krishna, I want to be pure. If you chant with this attitude, that is also pure chanting. Although you might be in simple activities, if you're chanting, I must get out of this. You must be repentant. I'm such a mudha. I'm such a rascal. Why am I doing this? Then Krishna will help you. Okay, any other questions? YouTube?
Doesn't seem to be anything here. No.
TikTok?
I'll check everything.
All right. Any other questions? Anybody? I want to see all the questions lined up at the beginning. Everybody should write all the questions, not that I have to wait. I answer one question and then I have to wait again. Please, if you have a question, immediately write it down. It's not going to disappear. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go see through. So don't hesitate to ask a question. All right. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.